Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Saturday, March 6, 2021. And today is a day that's ruled by the heart chakra and guided by endlessness. And yes, it is a heart chakra day, so we can utilize that rainbow meditation. Bring the rainbow light down through the crown, down through the chakra system, exude it out all of the layers of the aura, and connect to the universal heart. And the galactic signature of today is the white self-existing wind energy. And the white wind energy is a really beautiful energy. This is all about communication, spirit, and breath. And so the emphasis today is on the breath. The ways that we use the breath, the ways that breath is a channel for spirit, right? Breath is life force energy. It is universal spiritual energy. And depending on how we utilize our breath, we can experience different states of consciousness. We can experience different states of communion with spirit and with the world around us in its more intangible forms. So really playing with that and utilizing that today. Today's a day where we want to be very aware of how spirit is wanting to communicate to us and through us. And so really paying attention to the messages. This can be a day where we receive messages in dreams as well. They may come to us from all different types of sources, through communication with other people, through signs and synchronicities, through downloads. And so we want to pay a lot of attention to this. And when we receive inspiring information and communications from spirit, we want to share that with an open heart and an open mind, and really commune and communicate with each other from that open mind space and that open heart space today. The affirmation for today is, I define in order to communicate, measuring breath. I seal the input of spirit with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of endlessness. And so today's a day when we are seeking with this self-existing tone to redefine and structure our reality, to ask those questions, right? The self-existing tone is all about the who, what, where, when, and the why. Really understanding and getting a feel and a grasp on situations so that we can then create a structure and a form moving forward for whatever it is that we're trying to navigate and accomplish. And so really utilizing that communication from spirit today to assist with that, utilizing that open heart and mind space when we communicate with others to receive information and then channeling that information into form. For the astrology today, we have the moon in Sagittarius. So this is an explorative energy. This is a really fun energy. Moon in Sag is really great. It's one of my favorites as far as the moon signs go and the way that we experience those collectively. So lots of fun, fiery energy. We're really curious. We're really philosophical, which makes for great conversation. We are wanting to travel. We are wanting to connect. We're wanting to learn and to expand our horizons, right? This is a sign that's ruled by Jupiter. And we do have some interesting aspects going on with the moon today. We actually have a bisextile going on. And this is between the moon, Mercury, Jupiter, true black moon, and Eris. And so there are all kinds of trines and sextiles going on here between these planets. So I absolutely feel this as another day where we are really working with our feminine energies. We are working with those shadow feminine energies today with Eris and true black moon. Excuse me. But the way I'm feeling this is actually, interestingly enough, it's not, I don't feel it necessarily as an in-your-face kind of energy. Like sometimes when we have this feminine shadow energy coming up, there's a lot of different ways that can manifest. Some of it is a bit AGGRESSIVE. Some of it is, it's sometimes we're being TRIGGERED, right? Because those wounds are coming to the surface to be healed. But I'm feeling this more as a liberating energy today, where the feminine side of our essence is feeling really liberated, especially when connecting with that moon and Sag energy. And so like expressive, like the feminine is expressing herself very confidently today. We're really seeing that side of our essence having some movement, having some fire, right? And so yes, it can sometimes come out sideways. So we do want to be aware of that. When we have the moon sextiling Mercury and Jupiter, which are still conjunct, and this powerful mind energy, right? we want this powerful mind and communication energy. We want to utilize that in its most beneficial nature, because it can be very beneficial. It's just with those added connection to Eris and true black moon, we want to ensure that we are communicating in a way like tapping into that white wind energy, where we're communicating in its highest expression. And we're noticing if any of those lower expressions of communication begin starting to try to come through, and just observing those and seeing where those are coming from. But yeah, all in all, I feel this as a really liberating energy for the feminine side of our nature today, as she really seeks to step out of the box, step out of the roles that she's been cast in, and really move in a new direction, expand, which is beautiful. All right, so for the cards today, we're going to start with a couple Archangel cards. I absolutely love these. I just got these recently. The woman in the shop told me I was the first person to buy them. They had just come in the day that I showed up. Clear. So yeah, really enjoying working with these. All right. Let's see. Are we going to take all of these? No, we're going to take the top one. So this says, Archangel Zadkiel, it is time for transmutation. Carry the violet flame. And so with all of that, like we were talking about, right, that feminine shadow energy coming up, when we do have those I don't even want to say lower vibrations of it, but just vibrations of it that are seeking to be transmuted and expressed in a higher form, right? So the lower form would be sort of that lashing out and that rebellious with no cause kind of energy. The higher form would be divine expression and really allowing the self to be expressed and translated through action, through words, in a way that is liberating, right? That's the higher expression. But when we feel those lower expressions of any energy coming up today, we can utilize that violet flame to transmute that energy. I've been feeling a lot of energy coming up lately in general. Yesterday, there was no daily reading because I had a lot of trauma coming up within my body, within my cells, and I spent a lot of time in the first part of the day transmuting that energy, releasing that energy, bringing in healing, allowing the angels to bring in healing for me around that energy. If you guys are going through any of that stuff, please reach out to me. My email's in the description box below. The angelic healings that I do can really help with that. But yeah, it was intense. There is a lot that's coming up right now. There is a lot that we're releasing. And we're moving. We had that really, really intense full moon in Virgo, and now we are moving into this beautiful new moon energy in Pisces, and it's going to be very, very powerful. I'll get that video out for you guys sometime this week. But yeah, big stuff. So we are releasing a lot. We are transmuting a lot. So call on Zadkiel. Call on that Saint Germain. He is the keeper of the violet flame, so you can call on him as well. But really, if you're seeking to transmute those energies, call on one of them. Call on that violet flame energy. Bring it down through the crown the same way we would do the rainbow light meditation. And just really allow that to work through your whole system. And then we have Seraphim Seraphiza. Relax and open up to source. Keep your heart open. So that open heart energy coming through, right? This opening up to source, this has been coming up a lot. Somebody pointed it out in the reading, in a couple of readings, this energy has been coming through, of source really coming through and saying, like, you can connect to me through anyone, because everything is an expression of me. But you can connect directly to me too if you want. Like, open up to me. I am available too, is that energy. Like, if you want to cut out the middleman, kind of. not that I'm downplaying any of our guides, any of our angels. They're all incredible and beautiful, and they all carry a specific archetype, a specific energy, a specific expression of source that is beautiful. But like, yeah, source is just coming through lately. It's like, come and talk to me. Like, I got you. All right. So that energy's still coming through strong, which I love. And yeah, it's just that open heart space. It just comes up. Of course, it keeps coming up. It's going to keep coming up. That's what we're moving towards. That's what all of this energy we're transmuting, everything we're doing is allowing us to step deeper into that open heart space. And we have Archangel Dorenka. Hone your psychic abilities. See through illusion. Yeah, and this is something with that new moon coming up. There's a lot of Neptunian energy coming on. If my memory serves me correctly, we have the sun, Neptune, the moon, and one other planet. I'm trying to remember what, and Venus, all conjunct in Pisces for this new moon. So it's going to be really, really powerful. A lot of intense creative and psychic energy coming through, but there can sometimes be that energy of illusion too, right? And so we really want to be working on honing those abilities. We can always see truth if we are willing to see, right? Like the illusion doesn't come from outside, the illusion comes from inside. And so the more that we work with our psychic abilities, the more we work with our connection to source, right? And our connection to our truest self, the more we're able to see through this illusion and have that truth revealed to us. And so, let's see. Now I'm curious. I'm wondering here. What is this illusion? What are these illusions that, because I'm definitely feeling that energy, like there's illusions that are being revealed to people. What are some of these illusions that we're needing to see through right now? Tell me about these illusions. Innocence. Too many cards. Okay, no, we'll take them. I love it. Okay, yeah, they're like, just take the cards and they come out. How many times do we go through this, right? So the first card out is innocence. So one of the illusions is that we are not innocent. What we are, this illusion is that we are somehow like tainted or somehow impure. It's like we're forgetting. And this can happen, right? Especially as we get older, we've had some life experiences. We've seen some things, right? And for some reason, this really funny meme just popped into my head with Alice in Wonderland. She's sitting there with the white rabbit smoking a cigarette, and she's saying, "Man, I've seen some things." I don't know why that just popped into my head, but it's like, we've seen some things. We've done some things. We've seen some things. There's a lot in the world around us, right? Because when we see all of these negative manifestations, right, of energy, of the way people use their energy and their POWER, a lot of the stuff we see that's being exposed in the world right now so that we can transmute it, so that we can heal it, right? Like it can be overwhelming and it makes us feel, we don't feel that innocence anymore. It's harder for us to connect to this because we feel a little bit jaded. There's a lot of energies there that we're working through that help to return us, that we need to work through and transmute so that we can return to this innocence, so that we can see the world through these eyes of innocence, so that we can recognize the innocence within ourselves, right? So that's an illusion. That's an illusion that we're working through. And then we had here turning in. And this to me is like going within, meditating, really tuning into our internal guidance. And also for some reason, I'm feeling as though she might be getting ready to go to bed. And so this is once again that dream energy coming in. But then we have projections coming out. And then we have the source coming out again. We have receptivity. And then we have past lives that was on the bottom of the deck there. Okay? So, there's a lot of these projections. These are illusions. Right? We talk about this when we talk about that white mirror energy that's all about polishing the lens through which we see the world. And so it's understanding that a lot of what we perceive are actually projections of our own consciousness. So that's the illusion that anything is going on outside of us. It's all going on inside of us. And so really tuning into and understanding where we are projecting our own thoughts, our own biases, our own version of reality, and in turn sort of warping the reality that we're experiencing, our experience of that reality as a result of our projections. And so, yeah. I'm also feeling for some people with this card, it's like if you are receiving a lot of communication from different beings, you want to be really sure who you're talking to. That could be part of the illusion too, is like we want to make sure who we're communicating with. That's another reason that source is coming through and saying go directly to me. because there are a lot of different energies. There are a lot of different beings. And that's why we always want to use our own intuition, right? We want to really have that finely honed. We want to be connected so that we can feel into what resonates and what doesn't, especially when we're receiving communication from other beings. Whether this is people who are mediums and you're receiving communication from spirits, whether this is people who are communing with ancestors, communicating with higher dimensional beings, extraterrestrials, whatever you, whatever. The point is, you want to be careful that you know who you're talking to, and you want to run everything through your own filter. Don't take everything, all of the information. Remember, everything has a distortion because it's passing through that channel. Our guides, our angels, any of these beings that we talk to, they all have their own lens that skews their own perception. They have their own projections. They're not nearly as pronounced as ours a lot of the time, right? But there still is distortion that's present. That's why Source is saying, come directly to me, fact check. If you get this information, work on developing that deep connection to Source so that you can fact check any information that comes through, right? Fact check it with your own intuition, with your own resonance, and also fact check it with Source. And then we have this energy of receptivity coming through. And I really feel that going hand in hand with the Source card, like being receptive to Source. Being receptive and being open. And I feel like that's also an illusion that some people are working through. Is sort of like feeling as though you're receptive and beginning to understand and realize where your energy is still closed off, which is really beautiful, because then we have the opportunity to open that energy up. If we don't realize it's closed off, we don't have the opportunity to shift it. And so that may be something as well, is really working on allowing that receptivity, but at the same time, like calling on Source for support and protection, right? If we know that we are under the protection of Source, that Source is guiding us and everything that we do, then we feel safe to be more open and receptive. Yeah. And then past lives. And so some of the illusion that we're operating under has to do with programming from past lives that's coming up right now as we are integrating more aspects of our soul light, right? We're being able to tap into these experiences that we're having in other timelines, in other dimensions, right? Because everything is actually as much of a mind fuck as it really is. Everything is happening in an eternal now. And so we're really becoming much more able to tap into these different expressions of ourselves, to tap into these different gifts and abilities that we're expressing in other realities and timelines. But we're also tapping into the trauma that exists in those timelines. We're tapping into the limiting beliefs, all of these different things as well. And so it's really seeing beyond that illusion. I'm also feel like we were just talking about, I'm feeling also coming through like the illusion that there is such thing as a past life anyway, right? Because as we said, it's all happening in a very fluid, eternal now. And so the illusion of the past in general. So lots of different energies with that going on. And if you guys are interested in working through, if any of this stuff has been coming up with you, you're interested in working through these energies, please reach out to me. My email is in the description box below. We can definitely work on some of these energies and theta healing. We can do a Belvaspata healing too, and that's absolutely going to work. And that is especially great if you're seeking to connect with Source. Either way, really, theta healing works directly with Source energy. The Belvaspata energies really open you up to more of your own divinity and stepping into that, and just strengthen your connection with whatever it is that you are ready and wanting to connect with. So yeah, reach out to me for any of that stuff. But that's a lot of really interesting energy as far as the illusions that we are dispelling right now. Yeah, anything else here? I love this deck, by the way. This is the Osho Zen deck. I've wanted it forever, and I'm so glad that I got it. All right, we have success. Woohoo! Beautiful energy coming out there. Success, friendliness, playfulness, and change. All right? So our success is contingent upon our ability to be playful, our ability to be open, our ability to be receptive, right? Our ability to be friendly. So go out there, be friendly, be playful, be loving today. and really just be open to all of the shifts and changes that are happening. I also feel like in order to maintain, to really command this energy of success today, and to create the change that you're wanting to create in whatever area, playfulness and friendliness are going to get you really far today. And you want to, not necessarily, you want to come out of this energy of isolation a little bit and into this energy of celebration. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you so very, very much. If you like this video, drop a comment down below. Let me know how today's resonating for you. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. And as I said, my email is down below with a description of all the different services that I offer. So please reach out to me. I would absolutely love to hear from you. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous Saturday. It is the last day of this moon or month in the galactic calendar, and so we will be starting a brand new moon or month tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Bye guys.